Learning circle theorems. That's the thing that students always ask me. So how do I learn circle theorem? Yes, circle theorem is a challenge the first time you see it. But let me tell you something. It gets easier if you keep seeing it all the time. The first time you see it is a challenge, but the important thing is look for the pictures. I go for pictures. Very easy to look at the pictures and follow it from the pictures on the diagrams. So for circle theorem, if you look at the pictures there, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have the words next to it to explain what it means. But if I zoom into this one, alternate segment theorem, you can see here this yellow angle is the same with that yellow angle. You just visualize it. The angle, this next one, the angle at the center is 2 times bigger than the angle at the circumference. You visualize it. So this kind of pictures that shows the angles that are the same, and this angle there is 90 degrees. It helps you to have a picture of it in your head, and that would help you to use it to apply it to questions. Another way is to sketch the diagram. So you would draw the diagram. See, that's a circle there, and the other line there is a tangent. So where the green and the pink line meet, the angle is 90 degrees, and that's one of the theorems. That's the green there, that's the green line for the radius. So the pink line is the tangent. The green short line in the middle is the radius, and where they meet, the angle is 90. You draw them and just try and follow them, and it helps you to actually learn the circle theorem. And then the next thing is to get you familiar with it, is to do lots of practice. So you get lots of questions which are easy questions to do and practice them, and that will build your confidence with circle theorem. Something which I noted here down that I always tell students, for circle theorem, you need to revise it constantly, consistently, and frequently. That way it stays fresh in your head. So it's not something you revise in January and then 6 months later you think you'll be answering the question in June. No, you forget it. It's best to learn it in January, and then when it comes to May, 1 week before your exams, you revise it again so that it comes back fresh in your head, in your mind. Those are the things that you have to think of. So your revision is consistent throughout until you do the exams. And make sure you have a place at home where you sit and revise. You have your own chair that you sit on, your own desk where you have your books. Because in the exams, you learn by association. You start thinking in the exam hall. The exam is for 1.5 hours. You'll be thinking, oh, what day was I sitting down? What day did I think about circle theorem? Did I revise it? Was it a Sunday? Because you learn by association. How do I remember that formula? You use a mnemonic, which will help you to remember it. You make something that is funny, that will help you to remember it. I usually color things. I use colors for the things which I want. I can use yellow, I can use pink. I associate those colors and I think, okay, the ones I colored in yellow. So when I'm in the exam hall, I'm thinking about where I was sitting, where I heard that thing, where I heard about that thing by association. And look at all the different learning techniques, which I'll do in another video, the different learning techniques. It's so important, but you choose the one that suits you best. But I know the one that works for me is practice, practice, practice. I do all the questions, practice them over and over. That works most of the time for everybody. But sometimes there are other techniques that you can really use. So hope that helps you with circle theorem. Don't be afraid of it. The pictures, and then you go for the words. Try and pick some of the words and learn them. They don't ask you to define it in an exam. You just have to say a few things why you are using this particular theorem. So good luck with that, and keep revising and keep preparing for the GCSE exam.